Hey, Bradley, good to see you. Happy New Year, man.
Yep. Good to see y'all. Happy New Year.
First of all, the knee, how is it feeling today, and how did you suffer the injury?
My knee feels good. I haven't had my knee bother me since
All
like
right.
the
Yeah, sorry, makes your ankle. Sorry.
oh yeah, my ankle feels good. It is what it is. I've just been going through it, trying to work through things, and just feel the best I possibly can before going out there on the field. And so I'm working with Vince and working with those guys in the training room, and they got a plan in place. So I'm just about that.
Excellent, Brandon.
Bradley, Coach called you 50-50 yesterday. If you were going to put a percentage on it, what would it be? And how big will it be for you to finish the year on the field, considering how last year went?
Yeah, like Coach said, probably 50-50 at the end of the day. It would be huge to finish on the field, like you said, but if I can't go, I can't go. And it's one of those things that like I want to be out there. I want to, like you said, finish the season off strong, start the new year off strong with these guys, and look forward into this next year. But like I said, it's going to be 50-50. And if I play, it's going to be cool. I can't wait to go out there. If I don't, I'm looking forward to being back out there with these guys next year.
Excellent, George.
Yeah, Bradley, last time we spoke with you, you were named to the Pro Bowl. Yesterday, you won the Ed Block Courage Award. What does that award mean to you? I know that's something that's voted on your teammates. What did that mean to win that award?
It's huge because just the time I spent with those guys like Phil and Dalton and Fort and Josh Washington, just in the rehab time, because we were the only ones here and we were going through it together, and we saw like they were pushing me. Like, so when I win stuff like that, I feel like I win it for those guys, and they win it too, because they were the ones pushing me. They were the ones right there next to me, encouraging me and doing all those things. So it was huge to get that honor, because I feel like it's a full team honor, because those guys are encouraging me to do the things I go out there and do.
Next one, Nick.
Yeah, Bradley, how eager are you to kind of have an off season in which you aren't rehabbing, that you can kind of just go through and have somewhat normal of an off season, or as normal as it's going to be with everything going on?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But I was talking to I think Brandon the other day. I like the kind of the mindset that rehab off season kind of put me into, and I probably would like go through that same thing again this off season. Just lock myself down and just, totally grind and get my head on straight. So I kind of like that aspect of it, but it's going to be cool to have some time down to be with my family. I haven't really seen them much with the whole COVID stuff, so it'd be cool to see my family and to hang out with them and spend time with them. Yeah, when it comes to working out and stuff like that, I plan to be on the full grind mode again.
Next.
Hey, Bradley, end of year 3 for you. Does it feel like it's gone quickly? And I guess how would you assess your play over the last few years compared to your expectations coming into the league?
Yeah, year 3, it flew by. I think all the time when we're out there on the field, like, man, I'm in my 3rd year, about to be in my 4th year, and it shows you how quick your time in this league is, and you want to make the most out of it. So I'm looking forward to the opportunities, and like I said, getting to this offseason and bouncing back from this year as a team, as an organization, and getting to that win column, because like I said, your time clock in this league is not long, and I'm already in year 4. It felt like I was just drafted yesterday. It felt like we were just on the plane and just in Dallas talking about over breakfast, talking about what it felt like to get drafted. So it's an amazing experience, and I feel like my play over the past years, it's been like getting hurt last year kind of like set me back a little bit when it comes to like what I expect to do like stat wise and stuff like that. But I feel like, man, every opportunity I have to come in this building to hit the practice field is a blessing. So I wouldn't change anything in my career so far. So I'm blessed to be here, and I'm happy to be a part of this organization, part of this team, and to keep pushing forward.
Next one, Jeff.
Hey, Bradley, I got 2 for you. The first one is Brandon Staley. I'm just kind of curious, when you were with him last year, did you think, hey, that might be a head coach someday, or just kind of your thoughts about being around him?
Yeah, for sure. It's funny because when it was Christmas time last year, his wife asked us to sign a jersey for him, and I wrote on the jersey, I can't wait to see you become head coach one day. And it's just like the energy he brought like to the meetings, and and how he approached his different things and how you could just tell the aura he had about himself, and one of the best dudes I know personally. Nothing but great things to say about Coach Staley for sure.
And then the second thing I asked Vic earlier, but what did you miss most about a normal season this year?
I would say just being able to like on away games, going out to eat, just having that time with the guys and being able to like just not worry about having to wear a mask and having to worry about like numbers, and because when you're outside of the facility, you want to just hang out with the guys and be with the guys, but sometimes we had to like you know what I'm saying, not have those outings and not have those functions because of the protocols, because restaurants weren't open and stuff like that. We had to work around it sometimes, but I feel like that's the part I miss most about like a normal season, just the camaraderie you got with everybody outside of football.
Do you feel like you just didn't know some of the guys as well as you might have?
Yeah, for sure. And then with like the COVID list, you will see guys come in and replace a guy who was only going to be gone for 2 weeks, and then that guy's out of there. And Kendall Hinton, fortunately, I knew Kendall Hinton because of my brother played at Wake Forest. But like you had guys that didn't even know Kendall, and he ended up being the quarterback. So it's just like stuff like that. You just don't really have that like gel that you would in the normal season. So I feel like that's the part that I miss most for sure.
Thanks.
Time for a few more. Next one, Troy.
Bradley, thanks for the time, my man. Listen, you had a great rookie season. You rebound from knee surgery. You make a Pro Bowl. But the one thing missing is no winning season, no playoffs. And I know how important it is to you to be a leader now. Is this personal now as you go into year 4 to try to get this thing back on track?
Yeah, man, it's personal for sure. Like I was telling Eric, man, like the time clock is ticking. You don't have much time. It's not like you're just gonna get infinite opportunities. So my main thing is I just want to win. I want to be a part of a winning culture. And I have to be the guy to kickstart that. That's fine. If it's going to be a group of guys that kickstart that, it is whatever it takes to get that winning culture to fill the playoffs. One of my friends that got drafted this year, he plays for the Dolphins, and I just texted him today like, hey, man, good luck this week. You have a good opportunity. But just because, like, you know how important, like, the playoffs is in this league. So, I mean, I just want to be in that position. I can't wait for this team to get to that position again.
How important could Vaughn and the return of Shelby be to that next year? I know you're not the GM, but as teammates, are you guys hopeful that you could see both them back with you next year?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, when you talk about those two guys, you talk about generational talents, and Vaughn is like, he proved that nobody in this league could block him one-on-one. Nobody could do – he could have his way and do whatever he wants in this league and get sacks on whoever he wants, and he's the prototypical outside linebacker. So I feel like with a guy like that, with a guy like me, we showed what we could do with my first year. But unfortunately, these past 2 years, the injuries took that away from us as an organization and all that. But I feel like with us on the field, man, it's going to be huge. And with Shelby on the line and getting that penetration, getting his hands up on balls, and just that disruption, getting quarterbacks frustrated is something that like gets those guys out of their head, and those DBs behind us play better because of that. So. It's huge to have those guys on the field for sure.
Hey, Bradley, yesterday J.C. Treader wrote an essay basically saying he doesn't want to see the NFL go back to the past with, the offseason training, the OTAs and whatnot, saying that he thought this year proved that that's unnecessary. That would seem to benefit established veteran teams and hurt teams like yours that has a lot of young guys on offense. What's your thought about that? Is there kind of a happy medium maybe that maybe not going all the way back to what it used to be, but certainly not having no off season?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like certainly having no off season was, especially with young guys, with all the young talent we had, with a new OC and everything, and trying to learn a new offense over virtual meetings and not being able to walk through it and not being able to hear Drew's voice like with a million reps in the OTAs and stuff like that. It gets difficult like that. And it's hard to make the argument because you got veteran teams who know what they're doing, who could sit at home in virtual meetings and come out on Sundays and play great. So, I mean, you got to find a happy medium because at the end of the day, this is it's the NFL, and you want guys to perform how you feel like they could perform the best. And I mean, I don't really know what the answer is on like what to do or what not to do. But I feel like, I mean, having an off-season program helps those younger teams like us, and it would be beneficial for sure. But I'm not trying to like make a decision on whether we should have it or not.
Final two, Mike and Zach.
Yeah, Bradley, on TV, you really couldn't tell that there were no fans for the most part because the game, everyone went hard. They were so competitive. They played out kind of like they did before. What was it like being on the field with no fans? Did it take a while to kind of get the juices going in the game? And then after a while, it's just mano a mano, they keep score and you go after each other?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it was cool just to, like, when it was a completely empty stadium, you could hear, like, it was like true football. You could hear, like, guys talking back and forth. You could hear pads wrestling and stuff like that. So I feel like it was kind of cool. You could hear the quarterback cadence a lot better with the hard counts and all that. So I feel like it was pretty cool. But for sure missed the fans. But it was for sure a different experience. But I'd much rather have fans in the stadium than without fans. But whatever we had to do through 2020, it was a tough year. We got to do it safe. So glad we did that.
Final one, Zach.
Hey, Bradley, thanks for talking with us today. Vic Fangio said that throughout the offseason last year, you attacked rehab with an A+ grade and really attacked it. What does that mean, and what does that look like behind the scenes?
I feel like it's just like paying attention to like the little details, like waking up at Vince had get here at 6:30. I got here at like 6 just to like warm my body up and just to make sure I was in tip-top shape at 6:30 to get started. So I feel like just the detail part of it and just the technical part of just the like I'm trying to say just the small details of, like I said, just getting there early and talking to those guys, helping those guys out that I was with, and just being the leader as well as trying to help myself and talk to myself in my head. So I feel like that's what he missed, and like just being that guy in the training room to help those guys along with me.